All right. Good morning. Good Wednesday morning, March 5th. March the 5th. Whew. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Let's see if we get linked up here. And we'll try to hit that. Maybe it'll behave a little bit better than yesterday. Can't say the same for myself. Yeah, while we get linked up here, I'll do my standard. Make sure you check out this on Amazon, Finding Your Edge. Touring Man, good to see you. Grab that on Amazon. I'm not sure why you weren't able to get it. You said you're in Turkey, but let's connect so we can figure that out. Lance's Power Washing is here. Good to see you. Grab that book on Amazon if you've read it already. Shoot me a review. I would be forever grateful. And let me see if I can pull Facebook up here and see if the Facebook gods are going to be kind to us today. There they are. Boom. Yeah. Look at that. Volume down. Jason Rector, good to see you. Battling a cold here, guys. We're in a street fight. Wendy got it, and I was like, I think I kind of got it, but I don't think it's going to hit me too bad. And then, bam. So here we go. So we battle through it. Fluids, rest, all the stuff, more coffee, pass the beer nuts, all that. So rest when we can. So how you guys doing this morning? On a scale of 1 to 10, throw it in the chat. How are you on this beautiful Wednesday? Got to get March behind us. We get some good weather here in Maine. We'll get on Instagram. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it ends in Bailey 5. And a few others. So good to see you guys. I do this every day at 8 a.m., except for Thursdays. We go 7:30 Eastern time. What's up, Alex? Good to see you, brother. And yeah, just a way to kick off the day. Share a little, a few of the things maybe from the book, Finding Your Edge, or some business lessons that I've gleaned from my 20 years of getting kicked in the chops in the general contracting and remodeling world. Josh Baker, good morning. Good to see you. Jason, Josh is a 9. Bob is a 10. We knew that. Bobby's always a 10. Got a good perspective. Yeah. I'm in bed watching you this morning. All right. All good. This is when we know it's important to rest, right? So I'm waking up we're all waking up with Bubba this morning. So hard to believe the first quarter is almost over. Yeah, we're closing in on it, man. Today's day 70 of me doing this live. Good morning, Roy Dahl, because I started 5 days before the end of the year, so I was just kind of adding it up on my way down here today. And, man, we hit 70 days. So consistency. Practice what you preach, right? Because I've told you guys to be consistent. So let a few more people jump in here, and we'll get going. Yeah, since the event, we've been just battling the old – I don't know, it started here in my chest, and I can just feel it kind of creeping up. Slow coming in, probably be slow going out, but that's all right. I didn't get a cold. The cold got me. That's the way I look at it. So we stay strong, but we get rest, we hydrate, hit it with the vitamin C, all the stuff that nobody really ever knows whether it works or not. It just makes you feel better, right? Oh, I took my cough medicine and my NyQuil and my emergency and my – what's that other stuff? The airborne, all the stuff. Throw it right at it. Throw the kitchen sink at it. Bill Gustafson's a 10. I would be too if I was going on a trip. So good for you, buddy. Safe travels. Hope this gets you in the right mindset. So today I want to talk about the discipline myth. Why motivation is kind of overrated and systems win. How was that for a shocking headline? Did it catch your attention? Bubba says, David said you definitely stay consistent with the emails. Always. Is he right there in the rack with you? So, guys, how many times have you told yourself, I just need to get motivated. I gotta get fired up, right? How often do you start something strong, whether it's in business or fitness or but even personal growth, right? Like I started this thing, only to fall off when the motivation fades. We know we made it 70 days. Maybe by 75, we're out the back door. Not going to happen. But the truth is, motivation is kind of unreliable, right? It's inconsistent. It's fleeting. You might feel good one day, might not feel, I'm not too motivated today. So if you're relying on that to build a successful business or a fit body, you're setting yourself up to fail. So what actually works is the systems. Systems, and you see me point to the standard sign all the time, right? Removes the need for willpower. I'm just not feeling it today. Well, my system is that I get up and go to the gym. Well, my system is that I handle all my work stuff and then I go to the gym. Whatever your system is. Yeah, Bubba, motivation gets you going. Discipline causes you to win. Absolutely. There's a James Clear. You guys remember I did a bunch on James Clear a while back in his book, Atomic Habits. And he says, and you've heard this before, you don't rise to the level of your goals. Excuse me, you fall to the level of your systems. All right. So you might say, well, what are systems? Systems are whatever you've got in place that plans out your day. A system could be, I'm using my phone, time blocking, right? That could be a system. Figure out what works for you. Good morning, Justin. Good to see you. Always say, why does it matter? If you want to stop starting and stopping, that's a mouthful. If you want real consistency and you want results that don't fade, this stuff is the key. So I'm going to show you today how to get going on that with some systems and not rely on the motivation every time, and maybe build a structure that where success is almost automatic. I might have to use the mute button. Might have to use the mute button a couple times here. I think I did. I don't know. Maybe I coughed in your ear. So, yeah, that motivation is like that. It's like that energy drink, right? We drink it, we get a sugar rush, get you hyped up for a little while, rock and roll, here we go. And then there's always that crash on the other side. You know, some examples of motivation failing are like, and Bubba, you can attest to this. The gym just swells up with people New Year's Day and on. And about this time, you know, February, March, it's kind of dwindling down. So people have kind of let go of that. Their motivation is fleeting. It's failing. You know, you ever had a great workout streak and then miss one day and then fall off completely? There's that. Or have you attended a seminar or go to an event and come out of there with your hair on fire, only to put all your notes on the shelf and do nothing with it? I've done that. So if you're waiting to feel motivated, you're just setting yourself up to fail. Need something more reliable. Let's talk about discipline as a system, not a willpower. Discipline is not a willpower. Justin says, been there too many times. Wendy, it doesn't mute, just so you know. Is it muted now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Did that work? I don't know. I'm playing with this board here. Oh, washed up DJ. Hawk it up, buddy. Yeah. Find out who loves me here today. Who sticks around for this mess. So the thing with discipline is most people think it's about forcing yourself. Like it's got to be painful. It's got to be hard things. But it's really more about just making stuff automatic. You know, and you know, Bubba and I give each other a hard time. But one of the things I respect about Bubba is he just goes. And he says that the heaviest weights at the gym are the front doors, right? So sometimes he doesn't feel like going, he just goes because that's his system. He knows if he gets there, even if he just goes and does the whatever that water massage table thing is or whatever, or rides the bike a bit and leaves. It's something. It's continuing to have the habit. Good morning, Carmen. Yeah, Bubba, no hair on fire for me. I should be drinking some Irish coffee. I should have made what they call a hot toddy. What is that? Put a little whiskey in there or something. But yeah, discipline is a system. I mean, do you get fired up in the morning to brush your teeth or tooth? Some of you maybe. Probably not though, because it's just a habit. It's a system. You're just doing it. You know, successful people create systems, make their routines easy. They're just, you know, just like brushing your teeth. You know, the goal isn't to wake up every day and just force discipline. I hate the gym. I'm just using the gym as an example, but whatever it is for you, the goal should be to build systems that make the discipline almost automatic, make it effortless. So it's not like you're just getting dragged out the door every day. Good morning, John Morrissey. LOL, Arkansas, Bubba says. Maybe Memphis. Maybe a toothbrush. So The other thing is the willpower, right? We're going to make sure this stuff we develop into systems. All right. So design your environment for success, because willpower is overrated. You need structure. Add structure to that environment so the right decisions become easy decisions. Want to eat healthier? Do the food prep. Want to make sure you work out consistently? Lay those clothes out the night before. Want to be more productive for an hour on your laptop? Put your phone in the other room. How many times you sit down at the laptop only to go pick up the phone and, God forbid we miss something, right? I'm just as guilty as anybody else. So the other thing you can do is anchor new habits with existing ones. All right. Pair the new habit with something you're already doing every day. Maybe when you, after you get done brushing your teeth, you do 10 push-ups or something like that. That just becomes a habit and a system. And now you're just doing it. Maybe when you get in your vehicle, you're not listening to XM radio. Maybe you're digging for a podcast or that audio book rather than just some random music. Maybe you get triggered to send a prospecting email every time you open your laptop. It's like, that's my rule. I got to send one. I got to get back to somebody. Whatever it is, just automate it. Make it happen. You can do that with, speaking of automation, payments, bills, whatever, your workouts, automate them. Boom, they're coming up. They're already preloaded. You know what they're going to be. Recurring reminders on your phone. Use your phone to a high level. Yeah, Bubba says AC/DC. Yeah, that's a good audiobook. Yeah, do that time blocking, recurring reminders. What else I've got down here? If you're trying to invest, just automate that savings. It comes right out so you don't even see it. I do that here with my HOA. It just goes every week. I don't write the check, because the first month I had to do it, I had to walk it over to the person next door. I forgot about it. So that never happened again. Put some systems in place that allow you to do the things that you want to do. Reduce the friction. Make the hard stuff easy. All right. The harder something feels to start, the less likely you're going to do it. So make success easy to begin. For example, if you want to start journaling, just keep the notebook by your bed. Don't put it somewhere where you got to dig for it. Want to wake up earlier? Put that alarm across the room. So you got to get out of bed and go get it. Looking to read more? Just set a timer. Set a 2-minute rule, a 1-page rule, a 10-page rule, whatever it is. So I'd ask you, where in your life are you relying too much on motivation instead of systems? Think about that for a minute while I take a sip of coffee and not cough. And if any of you guys are wondering, let's play a game. Want to guess my sleep number? Good morning, Richard Noedheim. On the road until 8:30. Good. We can fill up a little bit of that time slot for you. You've been traveling a bit. Good to see you back where you belong. Yeah. So anybody care to guess the sleep number for last night? I know the comments can be a little bit slow. Where in your life are you relying too much on motivation and not enough on systems? And how about just picking one thing to systematize today? What's one habit or goal that you're struggling to stay consistent with, and just decide to build a system around it? Okay, if I want to move my body, I got to fit somewhere on my schedule today, 45 minutes to an hour to walk, inside or out. Got to happen. Non-negotiable. Put it on the calendar. It's got to go on there. Jason Rector says 70. Bubba says 77. Would you guys think I was lying if I told you it was a 40? Yeah, not good. Not good. I've been up firing off emails and doing all kinds of stuff since about 3 a.m. Just coughing and stuffed up. So I said, well, I might as well sit up on the couch, see if I fall asleep. But I didn't. Carmen, you give me too much credit, Carmen, for an 80. You see me at 80, it's going to be a crazy call. But again, what's one habit or goal that you struggle to stay consistent with? How can you build a system around that today? Find one way to remove a friction point. How can you make something easier? Laying those clothes out, doing that food prep. Just a small tweak you can make in your week. And then just make it a non-negotiable routine. Couch. I tried the couch. It didn't work. Yeah. So Try to sit up. That couch too. She's a Venus flytrap. That one. You want to see me try to get off that thing? You need to freaking come along. Yeah, make it non-negotiable. All right. Decide exactly where and when you're going to do it. I can't remember if it was Matt Blood or Nick Salmon said to me one time. He says, there was a time where I had to force myself to go to the gym. Today I didn't feel like going, but I realized this is just what I do now. So he had created a system. That was now his standard. Put it in your calendar. Set a reminder. Make it part of your day. Make it important. Place some value on it. What's the first thing that goes out the door when you get stressed or things too much is going on? Your stuff, right? Whether it's the workout or the reading or the good habits, you go right over your shoulder and you fill it in with all the stuff that you got to take care of, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. So guys, motivation is nice, right? It's fun. It's good to be fired up, right? But it's not what creates results. The systems do. Systems, the disciplines, all of that stuff. If you can remove that need for willpower and make success automatic, you got to be unstoppable. That's just what you do now. And then stop looking in that rearview mirror and look out the windshield. The people who win aren't the ones that feel the most motivated all the time. They're just the ones with the best systems, because those people don't wake up on the right side of the bed every day. So I think it was James Clear that said, you don't need more motivation, you need better habits. So get better habits, work on those. And again, as I always say, don't try to boil the ocean. Don't make all this wholesale change. Hey, I'm meal prepping. My gym clothes are laid out. I've got the car backed in, and don't do that. You're setting yourself up for failure. Try one thing, just one thing. Hey, maybe it's like Richard. He's got a commute today. Maybe he's listening to something like this, or maybe he's listening to an audiobook. Dave Howard, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah. So, guys, if this resonates with you today, as I always say, this is the tip of the iceberg. These are the kinds of things that some of our coaching calls are built around, and some of the clients will struggle with from time to time, and we take a deep dive. So if you think I can help you, DM me, shoot me a note. I'd love to have I call them a discovery call. We take 10 and 15 minutes, see where you're at, see where you want to go, put a plan in place to get you there. And I always look at my job as a coach to work myself out of a job. Right? So I'm not like a chiropractor. Okay. I don't want to be with you forever. Love you, but we got to get you straightened out. Okay. And then we move on. We'll come back and give you another crack. Bubba says, I occasionally get up on the left side of the bed. Yeah. I had one day last week where I don't know what it was, but got back in bed, get up the other side. Didn't work. Didn't help. Last night, my iPhone, I set it on the charger, and for some reason it turned to the TV on. I woke up, Apple Play was going. I don't know what time it was. The room's all lit up. You know how it is when you're just not on your game? That's what it was like. So Matt Blood is watching. Speak of the devil, good to see you, buddy. I know you're crushing it this week and doing good things. So, yeah, 1 to 10, you guys that just popped on, how are you doing today? Had a good time. We had a good peak call last night. Good group of guys, and we just kind of did some open coaching. It was good to just bang around a little bit like that instead of me hammering on a topic. And it was good. Bubba, we missed you. But after last week where I had to can the whole recording, we're probably better off. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Wendy put a link in there to give me schedule a call with me if you'd like to. I've got a couple calls today. Really would love to add a couple more one-on-one clients and get people into our communities all the time. So we got Edge Live community on the school app. We've got, of course, our Summit free Facebook group. If you're not in that on Facebook, let me know. Bubba, sorry. Thank you for bringing the call to a screeching halt. It wasn't that bad. Anyway, that's what I had for today, guys. Like, yes, I want you to be motivated. Yes, I'd love you to be fired up every day. But on the days that you're not, you have to default to those systems. Okay. The standard. This is just what I do now. This is who I am, right? Matt said, doing well enough. Glad I don't record my sleep score. It wouldn't have been noteworthy. That's true. And Wendy and I talk about that all the time because we got the Aura ring, right? And I've read some articles on it. Got to be careful of those kinds of things because, she said to me last week, oh, I only got a 60, whatever. I said, yeah, but don't let it run the day. it was a couple weeks ago where she got a low score and she felt fantastic. And then another day where she got a high score, or I got a high score, and I felt like dog shit. So who knows? It is a good little way to just kind of, gauge it. So yeah, get out there and do it, Dave says. Dave, you'll be proud of me. Yesterday I did some 1 minute on, 1 minute off running on the treadmill, which for me right now, where I'm at, also nursing the chest cold, that was pretty good. I just was looking to cycle my heart rate up and down. So that actually felt pretty good. So just, I wouldn't call it running. I just call it just a slow jog, just getting back to it. And we'll stretch that stuff out here over time and get away. The reason I did it too is because I had some time in between calls, but I only had a total of an hour. And I'm like, I'd kind of like to just grab a shower after. So I hopped on. I'm like, all right, we're going to go 30 minutes, 5-minute warm up, 1 minute on, 1 minute off for 20 minutes, 5-minute cool down. Easy enough, right? Got a good sweat, soaked the shirt, and got my heart rate up and down. And we don't have an AED down here, so I had to take it a little bit easy. Wendy wasn't within cell range, so she was at the store. If it's any consolation, you look like dog shit that day as well. Yeah, thanks, Bubba. Appreciate you. That's when you know you got a true friend right there. Yeah, so get out there and do it. Hey, guys, if you haven't written a review on this yet, please do so. If you haven't read it, what the heck? Come on, man. You guys, a lot of you guys bought this. I think we're up to 11 reviews on Amazon. And don't get on there and say, hey, I've known Bob since I was 3 years old. He's a heck of a good shit. Talk about the book, because Amazon will get rid of that review if they feel like, we're like a family friend or something like that. So Jason says, Wendy, tracking your sleep score puts you ahead of 99% of the people in the world. You make progress and most people overlook. Keep it up. Yeah. What is it we used to say in triathlon training? If you can track it, if you can measure it, you can track it, you can measure it. If you can measure it, you can analyze it. If you can analyze it, you can improve it. Something like that. Probably butchered that, but I usually do. So 5-star review, not just a review, folks. Thank you, Bubba. Yeah, don't go give me that 4.9. I hope it resonates with you. Excuse me. And same for this too. We have a lot of fun here. We joke around, but I hope I bring some good stuff to you guys every day. And maybe there's a nugget or two in there, but just makes you think a little bit about what's going on. Mark Bunker, good to see you, buddy. I hope it makes you think a little bit about what's going on or how you're doing your day. And have those people in your life that can help you with that stuff when it matters. Bubba's posting pictures, on Facebook of what he's doing. If he's at Planet Fitness, just post a picture of his feet on the machine. It's not showing off. He's just saying, hey, I'm doing it. Maybe in some way it inspires someone else. Mark Bunker and I, he'll send me a photo of him down to the track. I'll send him a picture of me on the treadmill. And guess what? Everybody kind of gets going. So it helps everybody. Sick again, Michelle. Yeah, I thought I was by it. And then, I don't know. I think I gave Wendy a cold and then I was okay for a little bit. And then bam, it hit me. So Wendy, just think you beat Bob by 18 points. Yeah. Yep. She usually does kick my butt on the sleep score. I tell her she's like corpse level sleeper. So normally at least a 90. Yeah, she is too. I think she gets a little pissed off if she's not a little bit over a 90. She's that straight A student. She's the one that always had the paper in early, the bibliography done early and the note cards and all that stuff, Nerd. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so that's why our disc assessment goes like this, right? So we're good. We're a really good match that way. So, but she does sleep well. Neither one of us the past several nights have been hitting a home run with it. So anyway, well, guys, listen, it's been great. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I know my voice is off and I got the stuff going on, but we make it work, right? You can't do a streak without doing it every day. So if I had to tap out, I definitely would. So. Wendy says you're not wrong. So we love you. Guys, I appreciate you. Do some good things today. All right. Think of that one thing that you can tweak just a little bit. Like I said, maybe it's that audiobook. Maybe it's just using your time a little bit better. Maybe it's trimming back the time you scroll on the phone, getting to bed an hour earlier, whatever it is. Tweak one thing. Challenge you to tweak one thing. Hey, post it in the chat, post it on this thread. Let's keep everybody going. We all win together. All right, guys, have a great day. I appreciate you all.